Nichellle Nichols died.
I don't know if I know who that is.
For those that are not familiar with Nichellle Nichols, she was on the original Star Trek. She was Uhura. She is an absolute pioneer in terms of television, but I want to talk about Star Trek for a sec. Are y'all into Star Trek at all?
I love.
That's cool. I fuck with it.
I've seen a couple episodes.
I tried to watch the first series. I couldn't get that far. But Next Generation is absolute fire.
You're a Picard guy.
It solves every situation with logic and it's like also this like post scarcity society where they like it's kind of like as if we didn't destroy the planet and we're able to sort of move past capitalist into just being they're there because
I mean they're the military. They're also colonizers, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't see. Well, they don't.
Aren't they
see
on like a
no.
scientific
They
expedition or something?
They're the military. They're Space Force.
Okay, no. At that point,
Tell me I'm wrong.
you are wrong.
How?
So basically, I mean, I think it's in their code that they'll talk to a planet and basically like offer whatever resources, but I don't think there's like you can be in the Federation, you can leave it. So there's not like somebody seceding the Union. It's like, no, motherfucker, you've been here for a minute. We definitely own your ass. There's no way they're gonna like Texas or anybody's gonna see without a war. Within this, you could break off, or they could just decide not to be involved in it. There's, you know what I mean. So like the Federation,
They're the military, right?
Not the Starship Enterprise is there for exploration and basically to contact.
Does Picard have a rank?
Well, he's a
military rank?
like a captain. Picard, like is he? I don't know.
They're the military, bro.
Yeah, but
I hear what you're saying.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is the Federation? The Federation is basically the UN, right?
Yeah.
So this is this union of planets, i.e. countries.
I'm just saying it's based different than it would be now.
They're
right?
cruising around.
I feel you. I'm
doing
just saying,
military
at
shit.
the moment, they're cruising around doing military shit for capitalism, for so certain people can basically exploit the resources and all these things. They're
For the
not,
Federation.
At this point, at least the way they put it, it's more like they let each planet still be their own, sovereign territory, and they kind of help, and they're past this sort of like colonizer bullshit. At least the way that I understand.
That's not past. If you like, their whole shit is right. There's all of these. No, I feel you.
That's the way I see it.
I'm not saying that they're going in and being like, "Oh, this is ours now," right?
Yeah.
But I do think that there are different ways of colonizing shit. Sometimes you just go to a place and you be like, "Y'all speak French now."
But
Well,
and that they have language transmitters and they don't actually change. They don't change the name. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not like a Trekkie really, but I really did
I hear
like.
you.
And
I hear you.
You know.
Nichellle Nichols though.
Well, fucking, we gotta go outside. No.
Nichellle Nichols. What makes her so interesting? I remember seeing this story. I think it was yesterday. Questlove reposted an episode of something W. Kamau Bell did. I don't know what the show was, but he reposted it. W. Kamau Bell was in it, and he was talking to Nichellle Nichols' daughter, and she was talking about how Nichellle Nichols was about to leave the show Star Trek, and she went to a party. Somebody said, "Hey, there's a fan of your show and they really want to talk to you." And she was expecting like some like nerd, and it was Martin Luther King.
And he's like, "You are the only black woman on television who doesn't play a servant. You're the only person out there providing hope to black people that there's a future where maybe they won't be seen as less than and they'll be seen as equals." And
He told her that Star Trek was a show that he wanted his children to watch because, if you really think about it, Star Trek is one of the most progressive, socially shows that has ever existed.
Yeah, right.
And it's
Not only interracial relationships, but interspecies relationships.
interspecies.
Man.
It's an important show. It's
Right.
one of those things you
They
put
made
in
it
the
okay
time
to be a
capsule.
furry.
It also made it okay to be like a nerd, to be different, to just have different tastes. There was no show like it, you know. This is during the time of like Leave It to Beaver and Bewitched and shit like that.
I think there's like there's one's the marionettes and it's these like.
Nah, this is like 60s.
Yeah, I'm just saying there was like other. There was nothing at all that level until that point.
Definitely.
Like
yeah.
it's like you had like people with like strings like floating around and shit, but that's like about it in terms of sci-fi.
Yeah.
It was like this is just
I used to get Doctor Who, but that was like not really.
yeah, I mean
space
kind of. If you've
type.
ever seen, yeah, it's like there's a
more like
phone
dimensions,
booth and some
yeah,
shit,
right.
like, but it's like a bunch of
Isn't that-
cardboard cutouts and
That's basically why people hold things like the Twilight Zone in such high regard, is because it was so forward thinking and original.
yeah, being black.
Star
and white,
Trek
you
was
just
that.
Have a few, yeah.
And Nichellle Nichols was basically the first black person to put black people in space, or black people in the future on a larger level in people's minds. If you ever think about things like period pieces where you see people in the past or people in the future, there's not a lot of black people. And it's almost as if the subtle message that is being sent is that you're not part of the past or the future. It is hard to say, oh, I see myself in even fantasy or science fiction. So,
It's like stop a book burning ass fucking bullshit.
maybe it's
Yeah,
just
that's what it
like
sounds
motherfuckers
It's
are
like
racist.
rewriting, like, burning books
It's
and
the
rewriting
same reason why Bill Russell's place in the NBA was so important. It showed possibility until people saw people like a Nichelle Nichols and like a Bill Russell. If you look like me, you didn't even know that there were possibilities for you. Just recently, we lost the original representatives of possibility. And that is why Nichelle Nichols and Bill Russell matter so much.